How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews, back with little local jams up in this piece in the form of Chilton Mill. Yes, this be their Autumn's Edge IPA. 7.2% can today. I was at Chilton Mill. It was date night with the wifey, and we went there and just hung out, had a couple beers, just relaxed. Got a little takeout from a local place, little Vietnamese food, and had a nice little night. And we've just arrived home. She's going to hang out with the little guy and just kind of relax and put him to sleep. So I figured I'd do a quick review because that's what I do. So yeah, look at that awesome pour because I'm the best. Label-wise, it's what Chilton Mill does on their can. So let's do a little bit of cleanup because I am the best. And then we will focus on the beer. Yeah, not a great pour, but these big growlers tend to be a little bit hard to pour to begin with. So you're talking about two fingers of a just off whitehead, and this kind of rich orange core. It looks like a sweeter, maybe West Coast meets East Coast, kind of a little bit under attenuated sweet kind of hazy IPA. You're talking about 7.2%. It's a bigger beer. Yeah, see if we can get a nose in this sucker. Now, I can't get a great nose on it because of how big the head is on this. But I feel like there's a little bit of butterscotch vibes going on in here. Apricot, stone fruitiness, a little bit, a decent amount of sweetness, a little bit of confectionery sweetness. Not much as far as bittering, but again, the way this nose is kind of coming off in the beer, or the head is retaining here, it's kind of hard to get a good nose in this beer, but fruit forward, nothing overly aggressive. I thought it was going to be a little West Coasty based off the look. Let's just dive in. Cheers. It's not bad. There's just a little bit. There's like an oxidative thing going on. This was canned 2 hours ago, so it's not this beer. It's not the crowler. There's a little bit of oxidation going, and there's a little bit of like soft little butterscotchy vibes on this. So not the best showing from Chilton Mill. I haven't had this before. I just got a crowler of it to go, done and done. But it does have a little bit of soft West Coast vibes. It does have a nice kind of fruity sweetness to it, but there's just a little bit of herky jerkiness, a little bit of kind of not. What's the word I'm looking for? The combination of the oxidation in combination with the soft, and I mean soft, kind of butterscotchy kind of characteristic in it, makes me think this beer was just a little bit, a little too warm, a little too cold kind of thing throughout fermentation. And it ends up being like a little bit more kind of aged, even though I don't know how long ago this came out. So I don't know, maybe it's a keg that's been out a long time, but then again, it's at the brewery. They're still serving it, so I assume it's something we're serving. There's something about it is just a miss for me, So I'm kind of curious. I'm going to have to drink on this and see what's what. It's probably actually one of the, I don't want to say bad, because I don't think it's a bad beer. One of the more kind of weirder Chilton Mill offerings that I've had. Listen, we had date night tonight, me and my wife. And date night usually entails two things. Somebody picks a spot, and we eat food. We're a married couple. We have a young son. We get out for an hour or two, 3 if we're getting our all kinds of crazy. And we go back and forth, and we choose, she chooses the place and food, and I choose the place and food, or I choose the place and food, or I choose the place, she chooses the food, or vice versa. More often than not, she wants me to choose both. Because we like to eat the same stuff. But tonight she's like, I want Vietnamese, but it's your night to choose the place. So, we were going to go to Hackettstown, which is relatively close to where I live. And she's like, oh, okay, we'll just go and we'll eat outside at like Sigmeister or something like that. And I was like, you know what? I want to go to Chilton Mill. Because I honestly, they're probably one of my favorite breweries, if not my favorite brewery in that area. Nothing wrong with Sigmeister and or Manscared. I love those places. But there's something about their beers I've kind of dug. Schwarz beer, you get there is quite nice. They do a lot of lagery stuff. This is probably one that's just a little bit more kind of herky-jerky for the lack of a better term, that I've had from them. So, yeah. I got a draft before I left, and I really enjoyed that. And this is the one I got in the crowler. I was almost going to get this in the draft and the other in the crowler, but I don't know why I changed the last second, so kind of wish I got the other one. But not a bad beer, not a negative beer overall. It's just slight little kind of off flavor going on. And that little bit of oxidation doesn't really do this beer any kind of service. So, yeah, such is life. So there you go. Let's talk about it. Is it one of the better IPAs I've had? It's like, not really, but it's, it's not the horrible beer. It's just kind of, there. Valued availability. I forget what it costs for the crowlers. I think they're a little bit skosh higher than most. I ended up getting 3 beers while I was there. My wife got 1, and I got this to go, and it was like after tip. I think I tipped like $8 or something. It was like $50. And leave you with, if you like what we like this. I mean, if you like peach butterscotch candies, I know that's a little harsh to kind of put it that way, but that's kind of how it comes off to me. So if you're not like all that kind of like offended by like a soft butterscotch kind of vibe going on, and I'm not, so that's the one reason why I'm not hating on this beer. I feel like brewery trying to do good things. That's probably the best way I can put it, because that's what I think about when I think about Chilton Mill. Actually really did going down there, and I really did their beers, so this in no way will dissuade me from going back there. And just like breweries trying to do fun stuff. Definitely worth hitting them up. Let's put it that way. Long Valley, New Jersey. Give them a whirl. So there you go. Review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers, if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massif, podcasting stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your review. Hopefully you enjoyed your Chilton Mill right now. We'll see you next time. Cheers.